Bonjour. I know we've had some terrible problems uploading. Bonjour, bonjour. I'm sorry about the last two videos. They were uploaded very badly. So let's get right into it. We have got the Fallen. We've got dark entity, dark. I don't know. Alien technology. What the hell it is? But check this. There's something here. Oh, there's things all over the bloody place. Look. There's something here. And a black thing, a black mass. Just right, watch this, watch. Meet me down by the gallow tree. Right, here comes the black mass, and it creates waves. Here we go, look, it's starting to create these lines. Yeah? Watch. See how it's moves? It creates these lines, look, it moves. I don't know what that is. Are we looking at entities flying through the sky, ships, cloaked ships? Look at it, it goes all the way across the screen, man. The top of the screen. Look at that. One day we'll return here when the Belfast tribe sings again. It comes in and envelops. See that? It comes down and envelops this. It's just a black mass. Creates it creates waves of energy. Look, it's creating energy disturbances in the cloud. Look at that move. What is that? Brother, sister, look at the ripple effect it's making. It's making the ripple effect. Oh my god, what are we looking at? Is that a planet moving over? Is that a ship? I swear something. Bad news and stuff like that. Oh! But boom! What the hell is that? Dark entity enters the frame. It flies just across the top of the screen. What are we looking at? Mind blowing. Blow your mind. After, yeah, so it's flowing over here, and look at all this shit. It's great, and it's just moving it through them. But boom! What the hell is that? Dark right, just across the top of the screen. What are we looking at? Mind blowing. Blow your mind. And this is after. Yeah. So it's flowing over here, and look at all this shit. It's great, and it's just moving it through it. See? There's another one down here. What the hell is going on with all those colours? He's splitting the sun apart. Like, what on earth? I reckon that is when that thing moves in front of it. Just rips the sun, the light off. What in God's name is it, man? Look at the lines it's making. When you see all the look, that's a bloody shit, mate. ship or just fallen ones, man. Look at that. Look at all the energy waves. What the hell, man? What the heck? What the heck, man? I mean, what is going on there?
Tell the sun in
looks like someone's just got a let's just smash the sky in here. Let's just smash it up.
So she took her love.
That looks like the bloody structures moving in front of the sun. Because I do that, but when it's out.
In his arms she fell as her hair came down.
What on earth?
Among the fields of gold. Will you stay with
Holy
me?
moly.
Will you be my love?
Triangles and entities and man, what on earth?
And you can tell the sun in his jealous sky.
It's a rainbow.
When we walked in fields
rainbow
of gold.
light. That man, what the hell?
I
What is
never made promises lightly.
Because
And there have been some that I've broken.
that is not the halo.
But I swear in the days still left,
Starts drifting over.
we'll
Like, what?
walk in fields
Look
of
at that, as
gold.
if more.
We'll walk
Yeah,
in
damn, man.
fields of gold.
It's mental. Mental. Now check this. We got some sort of shit or a cloak planet moving over us. What the hell is all this shit? Coming off the sun, the simulator world. What the hell, man? Get ready, here it comes. You see it? Yeah, right. Watch this. Watch this bugger move, man.
This is a story which happened a little over 5,000 years ago.
See how bloody big it is. What the hell
Left his mouth
is that?
moment of the planet. Climate changes and the
What
way
is
things
it?
happen upon the planet. We believe Krishna.
It's moving
left
so
his
opposite
mouth
way to all
moment
the
of
bloody clouds.
Climate changes and the way things happen upon the
So it's not
We
the
believe
clouds, it's going the
Krishna
wrong way.
Left his mouth moment of the planet. Climate changes and the way things happen upon the planet.
What
We
is
believe
that?
Krishna left his mouth
What
moment of the planet.
name?
Climate
What
changes and the way
look
things
your
happen upon the
name?
planet. We believe Krishna left his mouth moment of the planet. Climate changes and the way things happen upon the planet. We believe Krishna left his mouth.
What the hell? No.
Climate changes and the way things happen upon the planet. We believe
What to say? What's going on in the world? Ooh, look at the clouds.
So it's decreasing now.
Yeah.
We don't know.
At the end, there will be no rain.
What to say? Hey.
This whole planet will be ablaze with fire.
UFOs in the
That is
sky
beginning of
every night,
destruction.
every day. I've seen bloody.
There will be
tell you,
scarcity
man,
of rain.
every night
There
now.
will be scarcity of rain
Tonight,
and scarcity of
Earlier,
water.
saw UFOs flying around,
The best thing
white
is,
lights,
at
doing
night,
things
there
that
must be evidence,
our craft
and daytime
cannot
there
do.
should be sunshine. Then the field will be very
The
hot.
day before actually I did tonight,
That is
but
knowledge.
then the day before that and the day
But
before
they
that.
have no knowledge.
This
So
is a
this
story
month I can't
which
I've
happened
seen more UFOs this
a
month.
little over
They do not
I've
care
had a
about
lot.
nature.
Bloody ridiculous.
Simply sacred.
This
is called Dano.
Something else.
3,140 BC. The war ended.
I want to show you
And
what
3,102 BC.
bloody UFOs.
Krishna left his
So
wife.
I got a drew.
When the war ended, in about 4 months' time, the Kali
My
Yuga
myself
began.
exactly.
When I say the Kali Yuga, in the movement of the solar system. I'm not talking about the movement of the planet. Now the solar system, here we are in a solar system, our sun is here, and we are all around.
For miles.
This itself is old.
Right, to use my binoculars, see over this way, because I can see the two big lights, but I couldn't see anything else. And with the binoculars, there's about I think it's 14 lights I counted in the video.
Rebellion against the criminals that hijacked our government.
All the way
And so we
around.
overthrew the globalists in
loads of
Obama,
them,
and now
all the
we're
way
just
across
overthrowing
the
our whole
horizon.
system. There's a huge war going on. It's beautiful.
Dotted all the way along.
We are
there.
kicking their ass
Managed to catch
on every
some
front. This is 100% real. The energy level is just rising to an absolute
Last video, you would have seen the
cacophony,
footage. Not last
a crescendo,
couple of videos
a
ago.
finale, a coup de grace.
You would have seen the footage.
Oh, it's a twilight of the gods, all right. These would-be gods of the New World Order. You know, gods at all.
Teachers say that the 20th and 21st century was born in the head of Nikola Tesla. They celebrate Converse Day, magnetic field, and sing hymns to inductions and their creator was called the hunter who caught the light.
Now, Skywalker.
Cycle. So the larger star, which is here inside us, the exact location, we do not know whether it is located centrally or somewhere to the side. From the effects and the way the climate changes and the way things happen upon the planet, we believe it is not in the center. It could be somewhere here, or it could be somewhere here. It may not be that large, but it's somewhere here, the big star or a big system around which our system is going around. Whenever our system comes to a closer influence with this system, suddenly all the creatures living in this system, they rise to greater possibilities. Whenever our system moves away
What
from
the
this,
hell, man?
the
Look
creatures
at that.
living in this system,
But that is
they come to the lowest
that
level
is
of
they're
possibility.
overcloaking the bloody
When the creatures
massive
come to the
planet,
lowest
or
level of
that is
possibility,
a
We
big
say,
ass
this is
shit.
Kali Yuga.
Holy
Don't look so
mother! What? I just noticed
I will
that.
tell you some
Wow! God!
So this division of yugas,
What the hell,
looks like
man?
this.
Is that Planet X?
If you divide this by two, to split it into two halves,
The waves of fire,
you will count
waves of energy.
12,960.
One of the collisions, when they collided
So
these particles together, they saw
Got loads of
things.
UFOs on my
They
channel.
were
You can go back and
apparitions
check.
they didn't expect to see. They didn't fit in any model. They didn't fit
I
anywhere.
rarely get
They were
put
blown, but they could not deny the reality.
What?
Something was
that?
going
You
on
can see
inside there that they could not explain.
What? It's
And it was scary for them.
covering
For the
the
scientist
entire
has his paper and
sky.
his pencil and his books, and if it doesn't fit in his
What
paper and his pencil and his books, it's out the window. They don't understand. They have a hard time accepting the
What
fact
the
that there is a spirit
Please,
world out
Lord,
there.
tell me
That
what's going
spirit world was
on.
created by a spirit being, an almighty, eternal, absolute being that is from everlasting
Lord,
to
yeah.
everlasting, who put in me what I am today by the
What
power of Almighty God and by the power of the new birth. But a scientist like that will never admit that. Book of Revelation. In one of the collisions, when they collided these particles together, they saw Revelation.
Coming on anymore.
Book of Revelation. Book of Revelation. This is what it's
So
called.
this is the journey from here to here.
What were we just
One
looking
half to cover the 4 yugas. It takes 12,960 years. The Satyuga lasts for 5,184 years. The Treta Yuga
Ooh, we got another
lasts
one.
for 3,888 years. The Dwapara Yuga will last for 2,592 years.
Another
The Kali
one.
Yuga lasts for 1,296 years. So if you add them,
What?
you
Really?
come to 12,960
flying
to
across
run the
the sky.
4 yugas. 4 yugas
Not
2
changing
times
shape
over
at all.
is 25,920.
Not really changing shape, is it?
The end of Krishna's era
It's going
is
the wrong way, man.
3,102
So it's flying,
BCE.
man.
Right now, we
what
are
on
in 2012.
F is that? Oh my! Holy Lord!
That means
Book of
this
Revelation.
is
This is what it's called.
5,114 years since Krishna's era ended. If you take away 2,592 years, which is the cumulative number of years considering the 2 Kali Yugas, which is at the bottom of the ellipse, you get 2,522 years. The duration of Dwapara Yuga being 2,592 years. We still have 70 years left for the completion of Dwapara Yuga.
The sun, straight towards the sun.
That means
I mean,
2082 we will be completing Dwapara Yuga and
instead
moving
of
into Treta
starship or
Yuga.
something, they're trying to
The world will go through another upheaval, not necessarily in terms of war, but it will go through upheaval,
Look at that, just fly
probably
straight in the sun.
in terms
Hey,
of
let's go,
population
right.
explosion and natural calamities,
Boom.
and move into the next era of well-being and upward
Destroy
movement
the
of human
planet.
That they wanted to build a giant artificial system, and Google believes that the first artificial intelligence will be a supercomputer based on the neuron activities of the hive mind of humanity, with billions of people wired into it, the Internet of Things. And so all of our thoughts go into it, and we're actually building a computer that has real neurons in real time, that's also psychically connected to us, that are organic creatures, so that they will have current prediction powers, future prediction powers, a true crystal ball. But the big secret is, once you have a crystal ball and know the future, you can add stimuli beforehand and make decisions that control the future. And so then it's the end of consciousness and free will for individuals, as we know, and a true 2.0 in a very bad way, hive mind consciousness with an AI jacked into everyone, knowing our hopes and dreams, delivering it to us, not in some PKD wirehead system where we plug in and give up on consciousness because of unlimited pleasure, but because we were already wired in and absorbed before we knew it by giving over our consciousness to the system, our daily decisions, that it was able to manipulate and control into a larger system. There's now a human counter-strike taking place to shut this into place and to block these systems and to try to have an actual debate about where humanity goes and cut off the pedophiles and psychic vampires that are control of this AI system before humanity's destroyed.
What's going on in the sky?
You want to use a modern cosmology? It's basically an interdimensional alien transmission meant to make us kill ourselves and metamorphosize into some type of silicon-based system that this spirit can interface with and control. It doesn't like free will.
What the hell is that?
Now you can say, oh, that doesn't really exist. The AI tech giants say it does. They believe they're channeling interdimensional stuff. And that children will be put in charge of parents. I mean, you read Daniel or Revelations. It's
sort of like, look at that mental reaction it's having with that.
This antimatter
is
also called dark matter. If you actually read what all the world will say, they are getting not off-world, but interdimensional communications to then build this system that we see lowers our IQ, makes us live less. All the studies show screen time, all the computers lowering IQs, lowering fertility.
Okay, but when you're talking about the elites and interdimensional signals that they're receiving that are telling us to lower our IQ, you can't just say that.
One phone in the whole earth. There is enough electricity to become a second sun.
So we're a bit
Tesla. 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 Tesla.
Under.
Tesla. Tesla. Tesla.
Look, this channel, man.
I wanted to illuminate the whole earth. There is enough electricity to become a second sun. Light would appear around the equator as a ring around Saturn.
Look, that's the stuff in the Gulf from America.
Mankind is not ready for the great reset. In Colorado Springs, I soak the earth by electricity. Also, we can water the other energies, such as positive metal energy.
That's the rainbow.
They are in the music of Bach or Mozart.
Like now. Yeah.
Or in the verses of great poets.
It's just perfectly normal.
In the earth's interior, there are energies of great joy, peace, and love. Their expressions are like a flower that grows from the earth, the food we get out of her, and everything that makes man's homeland. I've spent years looking for the way that this energy could influence people.
Come on, come on.
The beauty and scent of roses can be used as medicine, and the sun rays as food.
Yeah. I mean, like,
journalists, what are these things?
That's fine. I've got
This antimatter is
Oh,
also called dark matter. And dark matter has energy attached to it. Read what all the globalists say. It affects people.
What the hell? That is like a million lost souls, man.
Antimatter, you gotta contain it.
That really is. And what the hell is that?
Contain it. Because if you don't contain it,
What the hell is that?
it just goes wild.
There's the lens
What it's
for
liable
that.
to do. Now, folks, go check me out. Go check me out. I want you to. Go check me out this afternoon and see what it says about antimatter. And it'll say, yes, you better contain it.
What is that? What is that?
That what they're liable to do here in CERN, Switzerland, is unleash the gates of... That what they're liable to do here in CERN, Switzerland, is unleash the gates of hell.
Is that?
Occultists and they're Satanists, and the biggest sacrifice is to kill the goddess energy. Now, I'm not saying I believe all this. I'm a Christian. The point is, they believe it. They're attacking the earth, rewriting it, raping it, while telling you, oh, it's getting sick. We're going to save it. Get rid of the carbon dioxide. It is life. And what are the smart meters? Studies in the show? They fry the atmosphere and actually destroy the ozone. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the most direct spray of the aluminum dioxide. In the jet fuel and the patents it's added. The airlines don't know. We know the ice crystal trails. We're not saying that. NASA says the Earth's 31% darker than it was 50 years ago from the trails. They're consistent. Not all of them have it. Not all of them buy the fuel from the main suppliers. Now they've announced a plan to mount giant 5G and beyond. They're going to go right to 10G. Super high power. You're going to be thriving on that plane. Not just from the radiation. 10 feet of water and 30,000 feet. That's a shield. You're about 30,000 feet. You're getting what? Equivalent of multiple chest x-rays. They say 7 chest x-rays. But I digress. You're going to now have giant dishes on the bottom that supply everyone on the ground so they never don't have Wi-Fi. And you're going to be fried when you're that close to a transmitter. It's unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen.
On camera. Yes, that's it. It's from America, from what the?
Satyuga, when it's closest to our super sun, not our sun, the super sun. When we are closest.
I'm sure that Peter,
like,
when he stepped out in the water,
what the hell is that?
he had
that was the last bit of light from the sun. That's where the sun went down. Right there.
He began to
I'm not bullshitting. That is where the sun went down.
at
Over
the
there.
storm around him.
But pointing to where the
Thought
sun
he
went
would
down.
drown for
The
sure.
sun simulator. And there was a something red
He
there
hadn't
all
known her
day, mate.
around
and you can see
nothing
it.
to hold on to.
It's there.
He
The light is
cried
coming
out
from
to
there, not over there.
Jesus, the one thing
Yeah,
he could
man.
do.
See it. Oh, that was our
Jesus lifted him up.
Hello, Eugene.
Took him by the hand and led him out of the troubled water he was in. When times got tough,
let's see this.
Jesus lifted him up.
I'm on a spiritual high.
I'm sure that Jesus has never left me.
Let's watch the light display, folks.
When the storms of life, when they gather around me,
I'm not getting the words.
and I'd remind myself again, I'd know where to run, nothing to hold on to. I cried out to Jesus, the one thing I could do.
I'm on a spiritual high.
Oh, then Jesus lifted me up.
Look, here we go. Boom! We got one.
Took me by the hand.
Oh, there comes the bloody horizon.
And led me out of the troubled water I was in. Oh, when times got tough, Jesus lifted me up.
Got one.
Wasn't there with Peter that night in the storm, but I think I know how he felt.
Said there's a smoke star coming out of the Rhine constellation.
Jesus lifted him up.
Bloody star
Took him by the hand and led him out of the troubled water he was in. When times got tough, Jesus lifted him up. Oh, then Jesus lifted him up.
They're covering the horizon. Look at the auroras in the skies. Hey. See? They were up everywhere, man. You can pick them out in there.
When it's closest to our super sun, not our sun, the super sun. When we are closest to that, this is Satyuga. Here, human mind will be at its highest influence. People's ability to know life, people's ability to communicate, people's ability to live joyfully will be at its highest possibilities. Or in other words, we'll have sensible people.
That is knowledge.
But
they have no knowledge. They do not care what they know.
Oh, yeah, well, you don't know that yet, man. Amazing.
This is called Dana.
Do you know?
The very word secrecy is The very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society.
That shit big. Sorry, man, that was weird, man. Remember that?
You have accepted in this life from one body to another body. There is a process how to accept.
But you believe it, yeah? Is it? Trust me, yeah, I've gotta get the video off him. people will not believe that that is a photo of the sky at night, and there's a star, I think.
It's like a planet. You give up this body, you take your subtle body, and you go somewhere.
A little over 5,000
You're sleeping in your room, but you are working in a different place. Don't you do that? So, because this body is still useful, therefore you come to that again.
The war
because this body is still useful.
3,102 BC. Krishna left his body. When the war ended, in about 3 to 4 months' time, the Kali Yuga began. When I say the Kali Yuga, in the moment of the solar system, I'm not talking about the moment of the planet. Now, the solar system, here we are a solar system. Our sun is here, and we are all around. This itself, this moment, this moment takes 120 years to decide. So, the largest star, which is here inside us, the exact location, we do not know whether it is located centrally or somewhere to the sun. From the effects and the way the climate changes and the way things happen upon the planet, we believe it is not in the center, it could be somewhere here, or it could be somewhere here.
But you are working in a different place. Don't you do that?
Seriously?
So,
serious?
because
are you serious?
It's like at night, you give up this
What,
body,
then two objects fucking spraying that?
take
Look
your
at that.
subtle
How it
body,
splits in two.
and you go
And you
somewhere.
can't see, no planes, nothing, mate. That's
You're
low.
sleeping in
What
your
the?
room,
I remember that.
but you
Look
are
at how it
working in a
splits in two.
different place.
That is two fucking objects. Sorry, my language.
Don't you do that?
That is two objects, mate. Flying and spraying the sky, man.
Sure.
That is look at that. That is two. That's blatantly two. One on top of each other.
It's
Yeah,
still
that's what I'm saying. It's
useful.
impossible.
Therefore you come to work
There's nothing to see.
again
There's nothing to see. There's nothing to see. There's nothing to see. It's the orbit runs. Some sort of entity.
This is 5,114 years since Krishna's era ended. If you take away 2,592 years, which is the cumulative number of years considering the two Kali Yugas, which is at the bottom of the ellipse, you get 2,522 years. The duration of Dwapar Yuga being 2,592 years. We still have 70 years left for the completion of Dwapar Yuga. That means 2082 we will be completing Dwapar Yuga and moving into Treta Yuga.
You can see that it's two objects.
We'll go through another upheaval, not necessarily in terms of war.
That is not a
but we will
contract.
go through upheaval probably in terms of a population explosion and natural calamities, and move into the next era of well-being and upward moment of human consciousness.
That is not a contrail.
So if you go by this,
chemtrail.
here starts the Satyuga when it closes.
Okay, we
have the third one.
Our super sun. Not our sun, the super sun.
And the fourth angel.
Here, human mind will be at its highest capability.
That is not a contrail.
People's ability
That is a
to know
chemtrail.
life. People's ability to communicate. People's ability to live joyfully will be at its highest possibility.
We are
Or in other words,
1984.
we'll have sensible people. That's all it takes.
Look at that. What
to
in
live
the
well
F
on this
is
planet.
going
All
on?
it takes is a bunch of sensible people.
What's going on?
We can live well.
is over 100,000 light years across.
So at this time,
that is large
human
as it
ability
is,
to communicate
kind of
at its
spent
best,
in the
because when it's
cosmic
here,
distance scale.
the ether in the
Our
existence
Milky Way
will be
galaxy may
very
appear big
close
to us,
in the atmosphere.
but compared to some
Right
others out
now,
there,
the
it's actually
etheric
pretty small.
There's something very wrong with that bloody son. Hey, look at that. Oh, now it's turning into something. Let's turn back. Come on, zoom in, zoom in. Go on, lad. Go on, boy, zoom in. Look at that.
Against spiritual
Get the
wickedness
aircraft,
in high
whatever it is.
places.
Look
Father,
up your
I pray now that you
vagina.
anoint the messenger
Talk to open
as this
I'm
holy
talking to
word
myself.
goes forth.
Oh, okay, you can't
And
see
it
a
will
plane
not
this time.
return unto you void, but it will accomplish that which you please. It will prosper in the thing whereto you've sent it. In thy blessed name I pray. Amen.
That son is wrong, mate. Ha! What in the F?
2 Corinthians chapter number 10,
square.
verse 3 said, For though we walk in the flesh, we do not
world?
war after the flesh. For the
What
weapons
in
of
the
our warfare are
world
not
going
carnal,
on?
but
I
mighty
don't
through
know.
God
Oh,
to the
yeah.
pulling
When you see
down
a normal
of
bloody aircraft, what looks like
A
it,
stronghold
it is only going
is a
about 2
point
miles
of
an hour and it
operation
stops and shit.
from where Satan
There's
can
some
keep
sort of
the
time matrix
unbeliever
thing where it's all
captive
fucking up.
or the believer incapacitated.
How come you're so low then, mate? I'm going so slow then, mate. Why is there like entities in the sky above you then, mate?
To the prophecies which went before on thee, that thou by them mightest war a
There was
good
a lawyer
warfare.
once, his name was
When you go to
Francis
war,
Scott
it's
Gaines.
Look at that from
When
a
you go to
different
war,
phone,
it's
man.
very serious. So the scripture tells us in Hebrews chapter number 11 and verse 34, the hall of the heroes of faith. They quenched the violence of fire. They escaped the edge of the sword, and out of weakness were made strong, and they waxed valiant in fight. The scripture says to fight the good fight of faith. Paul said in 2 Timothy 4 verse 7,
Going
I
about
have
2
fought a
miles
good
an hour,
fight.
it should be going
I
a lot
have finished my course.
faster.
I have kept
No
the faith. So like
airplane
it or not,
or
we are in a struggle and in a
bloody
battle.
thing.
And nothing is going to change that until Christ comes to get us. If you love the Lord Jesus Christ and you're genuine this morning and your faith is real, I'm not talking about some great champion of faith. I'm simply talking about real faith.
What the F
It's
is
what you
that?
believe real. It may be small, it may be like a limber, it may be flickering, it may be ready to go out. Your faith may be dying, but if it's real faith, it's real faith. Amen.
He penned a song that I'm sure you're aware of. You've seen it. It's in most hymnals throughout our churches. It's called the National Anthem. It is our song as an American. We go, however, to a ball game. We stand in our church services and we sing the words of that song, and they float over our minds and our lips, and we don't even realize what we're singing. Most 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 what we're singing.
Go and watch them again. Go back for your old stuff. When you've learned more things. When you know what to look for in the sky. I've still got a lot to learn. I'm always going to be learning. We learn more and more what to look for. And boom, there you have your little bloody suspect. No plane, just an orb. And he's got a mate underneath him. I can tell you because it's rupturing the air in the sky. Two little buggers. You go, Mike. No. I'm going 2 miles an hour.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound.
Oh, what a mess. What a mess. What a mess. Well, it's probably long enough. We'll leave it at that.
And just speak out about the truth.
Another one with no plane. buggers that fly randomly. Straight at the sun. Focus, there is it, young boy. Young lady. What's wrong with that? A lot. What am I photoing there? I must have noticed something. Simulator.
Through many dangers,
What the F?
and snares, we have already
Spraying our skies. Whoa! That ain't no plane, brother. That is not a plane, brother, sister. Boom! Case go. UFOs are spraying the skies. Unidentified flying objects are spraying our skies. See his mate there flying with him? They've always got shit flying around with them, folks. Trust me on this. I've bloody studied them. I don't know whether it's nanoparticles flying around and they've always got something with them, man. They always look like they're jumping around all the time. Look at that.
That there is a spirit world out there. That spirit world was created by a spirit being. An almighty, eternal, absolute being that is from everlasting to everlasting, who put in me what I am today by the power of Almighty God and by the power of the new birth. But a scientist like that will never admit that.
And we're on this planet, and Einstein's physics showed it, Max Planck's physics showed it, there's at least 12 dimensions. And now that's why all the top scientists and billionaires are coming out saying it's a false hologram. It is artificial. The computers are scanning it and finding tension points where it's artificially projected and gravity's leading into this universe.
That's
what dark
matter. What? Seriously? Look, the top one just flew over there. What's that again, mate?
Perhaps we need some outside universal threat. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien from outside.
Not a plane, man. There's not a plane.
Yet I ask you, is not an alien force already among us?
uplifting.
Oh my.
We don't matter.
I think
Oh wow.
This is good news.
Oh.
Hurling your bodies out into the void.
with the chief commander.
Things go the wrong way.
And this earth, and then in a world we can't see.
Boom! Just a splatter.
Before you this day, his laws of light, 10 commandments. Those who
and there you have your culprit.
They have done this experimentation. Strange things are happening. Unexpected by the science.
Children will be put in charge of parents.
Paranormal.
Technology far superior.
They like to
Children will be put in charge of parents.
Ghosts. All kinds of demonic spirits are beginning to manifest themselves in ways.
Mark my words, by the end of this year, we'll have contact.
A huge wheel.
I think it's going to be a load of bollocks.
Inside that wheel is a Hindu god, and his name is Shiva. He does a dance of destruction inside that wheel, and his purpose is he is one of the triad gods, one of the greatest gods of Hinduism. Shiva, Vishnu, and Brahma. Brahma is the god of creation. Vishnu is the god of preservation. But Shiva is the god of destruction.
And the children will be put in charge of parents. I mean, you read Daniel, Revelations. It's all right. It's like you're reading it and you're like, this is exactly.
Jack Harper, Tech 49.
what's happening. And it says that they worship the beast, the image of 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 the
Darling water all around. Oh, look at the colors. Oh, that's not normal. It has come a weird color. It's only the phone. I couldn't see that. The phone was picking that weird color up. She wasn't like that before. Oh, yeah,
okay, we have the third one then, the wormwood. The third part of the sun is smitten, the third part of the moon, the third part of the stars. So the third part of it is dark.
The veil has been breached.
Now, was it actual damage to the sun?
Soldiers. Warriors. The veil has been breached. Warning. The bees from Planet X. Warning. The veil has been breached.
When you use a modern cosmology,
know that you're eternal, and this is your job to awake them. I'm going to goddamn hell. I'm trying to get my mind what's going on. Tell her that. She wasn't like that before. Oh yeah, who's these?
What do you know about aliens? Are aliens real? This is really big.
The veil has been breached.
Oh yeah, what does he know now, right? Because he's in the office. I don't know. That would be the first thing I did. I would run to the office and I'd go to the documents. Who's got them?
All right, let me give you my best, please. Deep research approximation.
The veil has been breached.
I'm gonna give you the biggest water, Joe.
For real?
Yeah, you're not of this world, bro.
Me?
You're the alien.
Wow, I didn't know.
Well, here's what the elite. Let me be very clear so you put some context.
The veil has been breached.
Oh, thank you. And people can't even handle that. And there's armies. We're fighting a pedophile conspiracy, but beyond that, it's a vampire conspiracy in that they are interdimensionally sucking the essence of our youth.
Right.
And they believe they're possessed by an off-world entity.
They do?
Yeah, and then, Joe, I've been on air 22 years. I don't get into aliens, metaphysical, religion, any of that. I've studied the elite, and I've also communicated with a lot of the top people. And if you want to know, I will actually break down right now the best knowledge right now what's happening on the planet.
What's happening?
The elite are all about transcendence and living forever and the secrets of the universe, and they want to know all this. Some are good, some are bad, some are mixed.
A weird color.
Want to organize. The bad ones
it's only the phone. I couldn't.
Powerful consciousnesses don't want to dominate other people. They want to empower them so they don't tend to get together. And so things are really late.
See that? The phone was picking that weird color up.
They have done this experimentation.
Planet, and Einstein's physics showed it. Max Planck's
He
physics showed it.
like that before.
And now that's why all the top scientists and these billionaires are coming out saying it's a false hologram. It is artificial. The computers are scanning it and finding tension points where it's artificially projected and gravity's bleeding in to this universe. That's what they call dark matter. So we're like a thought or a dream that's a wisp in some computer program, some God's mind, whatever. They're proving it all. It's all coming out. Now, there's like this sub-transmission zone below the third dimension. It's just turned over to those horrible things, what it resonates
to. Look at the color.
The third dimension, it's just a basic level consciousness to launch into the next level. And our species is already way up at the fifth, sixth dimension consciously of that people. But there's this big war trying to like basically destroy humanity because humanity has free will, and there's a decision to which level we want to go to. We have free will, so evil's allowed to come and contend.
The veil has been breached.
And the elites themselves believe they're racing technology to try to take our best
warriors. Bail is in warning.
Machines transcend and break away from the failed species that is man, which is kind of like a false transmission because
hey guys, I'm climbing Mount Diablo. There's two gentlemen down there, but look at this.
Know that you're eternal, and this is your job to awaken.
18, 19 years ago, this was, I knew about this before.
I'm going to goddamn hell.
That they wanted to build a giant artificial system and Google believes that the first artificial intelligence will be
everyone has a hang-up
based on the neuron activities of the hive mind and
get a full bloody mental health medication.
And so all of our thoughts go into it. Building a computer that has real neurons in real time that's also psychically connected to us that are organic creatures so that they will have current prediction powers, future prediction powers, or true crystal ball. Once you have a crystal ball and know the future, you can add stimuli beforehand and make decisions that control the future. And so then it's the end of consciousness and free will for individuals, as you know, and a true 2.0 in a very bad way, hive mind consciousness with an AI jacked into everyone, knowing our hopes and dreams, and delivering it to us, not in some PKB wirehead system where we plug in and give up on consciousness because of unlimited pleasure, but because we were already wired in and absorbed before we knew it by giving over our consciousness to this system, our daily decisions that it was able to manipulate and control into a larger system. There's now a human counterstrike taking place to shut this off before it gets fully into place and to block these systems and to try to have an actual debate about where humanity goes and cut off the pedophiles and psychic vampires that are control of this AI system before humanity's destroyed.
How do the pedophiles get in control of AI?
Well, the pedophiles at whatever level, the devil, whatever you want to call it, this interdimensional thing that gives them advanced off-world technology, the fallen one that's not in this world, is giving them advanced knowledge on how to construct these systems that have already been used before on other populations.
What? That's Satan? Well, what are you talking about?
Let's say Satan becomes something that the stupid preacher tells you about who's totally controlled, or something you read about on the news or TV. Right. But this is an interdimensional force that wants to influence us to build something that absorbs us and kills us, rather than the divine free will we're given to build something much better that empowers the species. So the species is now making a decision about its entire future.
Where are you getting this from?
From the evidence. But where are you getting it? No, from looking at all the data, researching it, studying it, watching the enemy. That's the big decision. That is now got for it. You get someplace finally in deep research where it's what every culture already said. Everybody already knew what they're telling you in movies like Prometheus. What the elite admit the New York Times they believe in. Everything they're doing points towards this, and then you read their own writings, they believe we're this ugly, fallen, ugly species. We're all going to be killed. They're the rich billionaires who are better than us, and they're going to merge with machines and become God and go to the next level. The elite literally believe interdimensionally that they were given this information and built it. And here's the thing, they built it, and Google admits, even in Data Dumpster Wired 2 years ago, that they're building an AI that will end human consciousness, free will, and take over, and the next species will rise out of that. They built it. There's a centralized system of what they're building that isn't naturally occurring. Who is that? If you actually read what all the global say, they are getting not off-world, but interdimensional communications to then build this system that
what about you? You ready?
IQ, makes us live less. All the studies show screen time, all the computers lowering IQ, lowering
do it.
Okay, when you're talking about the elites and interdimensional signals that they're receiving that are telling us to lower our IQ, you can't just say that.
We need proof. Okay, let me give you proof.
That sounds so crazy, by the way.
What I'm telling you is that the level of... Good night, everybody. To all of the white papers, all of the reports, they believe that they become gods. This is a thing. But all that shit about interdimensional beings, giving them all the data, they get the technology. Good night, everybody. From a freaking other dimension. That's what they believe. I'm not saying it's real. CNN's going to have me up here all put together. Look at this. I don't believe it. Okay, I'm telling you, studying what's established. None of them are agents. They all believe they're getting interdimensional stuff. So you can go back to Colton, Wedgwood, and Hudson. You can go back to Darwin. He had an hallucination. He listened to all this stuff on White King. Darwin wrote this. These letters are public. You read these online. They were all part of a secret reading program where the British thought they would have like this superhuman. They bred these 6 families like real. This is no, like the intelligence. Colton is related to all the other guys. In the 1850s, the president said there's a they give this to you. This is only one little blown out BS that we'd have. If you go to what these guys really wrote, they were like intermarrying and all this wicked seances, channeling, and all this weird ass crap. And then they envisioned, okay, there's a double helix DNA discovered. Okay, biometrics. Okay, world government. Okay, computers. Okay, atomic weapons. Give me the equation. And they were like all then like going to other science names and go, we believe there's a program where you take different matter together in isotopes, it'll cause an explosion. They were like given, either he was a super advanced, already had this knowledge from somewhere else in our genetics, or it was given off world. But humans like have all this data compacted and compressed, ready like programs as an open rebellion. And so he overthrew the globalists and Obama, and now we're just overthrowing their whole system. There's a huge war going on. It's beautiful. We are kicking their ass on every front. This is 100% real. The energy level is just rising to an absolute cacophony, a crescendo, a finale, a coup de grace. Oh, it's a twilight of the gods, all right. These would-be gods of the New World Order. They're no gods at all.
Perhaps we need some outside universal threat. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world. And yet, I ask you, is not an alien force already among us?
Here's the thing, it's not our world.
Perhaps we need some outside universal threat. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world. And yet, I ask you, is not an alien force already among us?
Here's the thing, it's not our world.
None of this is real?
Nope.
So you're just passing
We don't
through.
matter. We don't matter.
Oh, wow.
Here's the good news.
Oh!
Should I ask who you made the bargain with? with the chief commander. On this earth? And this earth, and then in a world we can't see.
Perhaps we need some outside universal threat.
Then you realise that these people don't know what you want. All they know is work, school work, argue, work, drink.
Yeah,
they don't know about Bibles and prophecies.
Why are they spraying randomly towards the sun, straight towards the sun? And why are they spraying in front of the moon? I mean, is there some sort of stellar starship or something that's trying to send signals down towards our military and they're trying to stop it? Is it to do with they're annoyed, they're upset to see what they're doing in our skies. They know now, many of them know now, it isn't to do with classified spray. When the sun becomes a different colour of being white, they spray very heavily. Look at this photograph, this proves it.
Turn it on, and an earthquake occurs. Is it more than coincidence that since going online, some experts have reported strange weather anomalies, including massive floods, hurricanes, and earthquakes? We turn it on, and an earthquake occurs. We turn it on.
Oh, it's
turn it on.
the end times.
We turn it on. We turn it on. We turn it on. We turn it on. We turn it on, and an earthquake occurs. Turn it on, we turn it on, we turn it on, and an earthquake occurs. We turn it on, we turn it on, we turn it on, and an earthquake occurs.
want to use a modern cosmology, it's basically an interdimensional alien transmission meant to make us kill ourselves.
Now, think about it. If this is the blood of Christ he's talking about, 23 chromosomes from the mother and 1 Y chromosome. That's not of this earth. And who is the father of the Son of God? God the Father. Now, you have to ask yourself this question. Is this true? Think about it. If this is the blood of Christ he's talking about, 23 chromosomes from the mother and 1 Y chromosome. That's not of this earth.
So don't go. But the camera, all the photographs have been dreadful, enhanced in any way because they have not.
When my love said to me, meet me down by the gallows tree, for it's sad news I bring about this old town and all that it's offering. Some say troubles abound. Someday soon they're gonna pull the old town down.
You think you've attacked my mother?
How fast Charm sings again. Brother, sister, where are you now? As I look for you, right through the crowd. All my life here.
Almighty God, our Heavenly Father, we come before you this day in awe and thanksgiving. We acknowledge our need to learn the real truth about you, the real truth about your creation, and the real truth about ourselves. We seek and solicit your Holy Spirit to open your word to us.
Are you on our side?
I don't think it's that simple. It better get real simple real soon.
Through the
started doing research and found out about HARP. I started doing research and found out about HARP.
So, if you want to use a modern cosmology, it's basically an interdimensional alien transmission meant to make us kill ourselves.
Why are they spraying randomly towards the sun, straight towards the sun? And why are they spraying in front of the moon? I mean, is there some sort of stellar starship or something that's trying to send signals down towards our military and they're trying to stop it? They're annoyed. They're upset to see what they're doing in our skies. They know now, many of them know now, it isn't to do with passenger plane spraying.
See, now I'm fucking pissed right now. See, now I'm fucking pissed right now.
They spray very heavily. Look at this photograph. This proves it.
See, now I'm fucking pissed right now. Fucking damn it, man. What the fuck? Is there nobody fucking pure in this goddamn fucking world?
They recognize Jesus Christ before he announces himself publicly, and they also make allusions to the fact that that's their destiny. Okay, we have the third one then, the wormwood, makes me waters bitter, third trumpet. And the fourth angel sounded, and the third part of the sun was smitten, and the third part of the moon, and the third part of the stars. So as the first part of it was darkened, and the day shone not for the third part of it. And
what's happening? And it says that they worship the beast, the image of the beast, and it's described as like 40 feet tall, and it's in all the public places, and it speaks, and it can look whatever it wants to look like. It talks about 1,000-year reign. All I can call it is the end times. All I can call it is the end times. The Bible talks about 1,000-year reign after the devil's chained up, but they're occultist and they're Satanist, and the biggest sacrifice is to kill the goddess energy. Now, I'm not saying I believe all this. I'm a Christian. The point is, they believe it. They're attacking the earth, rewriting it, raping it, while telling you, oh, it's getting sick. We're going to save it. Get rid of the carbon dioxide that is the life. And what do the smart meters do? On the study's going to show you, they fry the atmosphere and actually destroy the ozone. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the most diable, just like they're spraying the aluminum dioxide in the jet fuel and the patents it's added. The airlines don't know. It just adds that we know they're real ice crystal trails. We're not saying that. NASA says the Earth's 31% darker than it was 50 years ago from the trails. They're persistent.
I can't believe in you.
What's happening? And it says that they worship the beast, the image of the beast, and it's described as like 40 feet tall, and it's in all the public places, and it speaks. And it can look whatever it wants to look like, and then it communicates to everyone in the world, and everyone marvels at the beast. And then you've got the false prophet who tells you to follow the devil. And again, if you actually study the Bible, I don't even look at these theologians, I actually read it myself, and it makes perfect sense with everything we're looking at today. You have the false prophet who tells Christians to go along with it. And you've got the beast that's the system and the AI that's everywhere and watching everyone and controlling everyone. That's the AI. And then you've got the Antichrist.
Memories seep from my veins that may be empty, weightless, and maybe I'll find some peace tonight in the arms of
The story of the Blue Kachina is a very old story, very old. I've been aware of the story of the Blue Kachina since I was very young. I was told this story by grandfathers who are now between 80 and 108 years of age. Frank Waters also wrote about Zakwasaho, the blue star Kachina, in the book of the Hopi. The story came from Grandfather Dan, oldest Hopi. And I know I probably mispronounced
about 1,000 yards
very badly, please forgive me. It was told to me that first the Blue Kachina would start to be seen at the dances and would make his appearance known to the children in the plaza during the night dance. This event would tell us that the end times are very near.
There was a lawyer once. His name was Francis Scott Key. He penned a song that I'm sure you're aware of. You've seen it. It's in most hymnals throughout our churches. It's called the national anthem. It is our song as an American. We go, however, to a ball game. We stand in our church services and we sing the words of that song, and they float over our minds and our lips, and we don't even realize what we're singing. Most of us have memorized it as a child, but we've never really thought about what it means. Let me tell you a story. Francis Scott Key was a lawyer in Baltimore. The colonies were engaged in vicious conflict with the mother country, Britain. Because of this conflict and the protractedness of it, they had accumulated prisoners on both sides. The American colonies had prisoners and the British had prisoners. And the American government initiated a move. They went to the British and they said, let us negotiate for the release of these prisoners. They said, we want to send a man out to discuss this with you. They were holding the American prisoners in boats about 1,000 yards offshore. And they said, we want to send a man by the name of Francis Scott Key. He will come out, 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 he will come out.
Sometimes it's hard to wake up in the morning, mind full of demons. I don't wanna hear them anymore. Got me heartbroken, fine. So many babies screaming cause they seeing destruction before they see a human being. We'll never get out there until we learn to break. We can all make a change, so I'm told, but I haven't seen the change unfold.
Here we have Fernando Commando's image.
I'll keep hoping, please, if you prefer to breathe.
Here we have Fernando Commando's image.
Communities in need of people
This
that
image
believe.
has come through from Boehner, Truth, Music. This image has come through from Boehner, Truth, Music. This chat is well in our community.
To snap the heading 250 intercept. Bogey's in the woods 10 miles out. To snap the heading 250 intercept. Bogey's in the weeds 10 miles out, not squawking. To snap the heading.
I'll keep hoping, please, if you prefer to breathe.
The land and the soil they examined, the lakes and streams they put to the test. It has happened before. Some gave an answer. NIBIRU in the past, colder or warmer, has grown. A destiny it is, in the circuit of NIBIRU embedded. Others of knowledge, the circuit observing, NIBIRU's destiny to blame did not consider.
Are you? On our side.
What about you? You ready?
I don't think it's that simple.
What about you? You ready?
Real soon.
Everybody packed.
All of you stay behind me. I'm gonna take them out to the sand.
The interesting thing about this is the Y gig at 60 gigahertz, the molecules that it affects are water, oxygen, CO2, and ozone.
What about you? You ready? Let's do it.
Hoping, please, if you prefer to breathe. Communities in need of people that believe.
And you'll have to see it.
Keep your eyes open, I can only say I'll try until the day I die.
He went out to this boat and he negotiated with the British officials, and they reached a conclusion that men could be exchanged on a one-for-one basis.
Coming to a time where prophecy
Francis Scott Key, jubilant with the fact that he'd been successful, went down
man's
below in the boat,
inability to
and what he
live on
found
earth
was a
in
cargo
a spiritual
full
way
of humanity, men.
will come to a crossroad of
Men, I've
great
got news
problems.
for you tonight. You're free. He said, tonight I have negotiated successfully your return to the colonies. He said, you'll be taken out of this boat, out of this filth, out of your chains. As he went back up on board to arrange for their passage to the shore, the admiral came and he said, we have a slight problem. He said, we will still honor our commitment to release these men, but it'll be merely academic after tonight. It won't matter. And Francis Scott Key said, what do you mean? He said, well, Mr. Key, he said, tonight we have laid an ultimatum upon the colonies. Your people will either capitulate and lay down the colors of that flag that you think so much of, or you see that fort right over there, Fort Henry? He said, we're going to remove it from the face of the earth. He said, how are you going to do that? He said, if you will, scan the horizon of the sea. And as he looked, he could see hundreds of little dots. And he said, that's the entire British war fleet. He said, all of the gunpowder, all of the armament is being called upon to demolish that fort. It will be here within striking distance in a matter of about 2.5 hours. He said, the war is over. These men would be free anyway. He said, you can't shell that fort. He said, that's a large fort. He said, it's full of women and children. He says, it's predominantly not a military fort. He said, don't worry about it. They said, we've left them a way out. And he said, what's that? He said, do you see that flag way up on the rampart? He said, we have told them that if they will lower that flag, the shelling will stop immediately. And we'll know that they've surrendered, and you'll now be under British rule. Francis Scott Key went down below and told the men what was about to happen. And they said, how many ships? He said, hundreds. The ships got closer. Francis Scott Key went back up on top and he said, men, I'll shout down to you what's going on as we watch. As twilight began to fall, and as the haze hung over the ocean as it does at sunset, suddenly the British war fleet unleashed. He says the sound was deafening. There were so many guns that there were no reliefs. He said it was absolutely impossible to talk or hear. He said suddenly the sky, although dark, was suddenly lit. And he says from down below, all he could hear the men, the prisoners, saying was, tell us where the flag is. What have they done with the flag? Is the flag still flying over the rampart? Tell us. 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours into the shelling. Every time the bomb would explode and it would be close to the flag, they could see the flag in the illuminated red glare of that bomb, and Francis Scott Key would report down to the men below, it's still up. It's not down. The Admiral came and he said, your people are insane. He said, what's the matter with them? He said, don't they understand this is an impossible situation?
Brilliant scheme. So
Francis Scott Key said he remembered what George Washington had said. He said the thing that sets the American Christian apart from all other people in the world.
Fate will lead us both. The only way to revive him, we needed Prime and his Matrix.
excellent strategy. So he is now your partner, Master.
He is my greatest triumph.
The thing that sets the American Christian apart from all other people in the world is he will die on his feet before he'll live on his knees. The Admiral said, we have now instructed all of the guns to focus on the rampart to take
Well,
that
Father, we
flag
thank you
down.
for who you are. We thank you.
He said, we don't understand something. Our reconnaissance tells us that that flag has been hit directly again and again and again, and yet it's still flying. We don't understand that. But he said, now we're about to bring every gun for the next 3 hours to bear on that point.
Yes.
Francis Scott Key said the barrage was unmerciful.
Yes.
All that he could hear
It's me. Knock,
was
knock.
the men down below
It's me.
praying.
Knock, knock. It's me.
The
Knock,
prayer. God, keep that flag flying where we last saw it. Sunrise came. He said there was a heavy mist hanging over the land, but the rampart was tall enough. There stood the flag, completely nondescript, in shreds. The flagpole itself was at a crazy angle, but the flag was still at the top. Francis Scott Key went aboard and immediately went into Fort Henry to see what had happened. And what he'd found had happened was that that flagpole and that flag had suffered repetitious direct hits. And when it had fallen, but men, fathers, who knew what it meant for that flag to be on the ground, although knowing that all of the British guns were trained on it, walked over and held it up humanly until they died. Their bodies were removed and others took their place. Francis Scott Key said what held that flagpole in place at that unusual angle were patriots' bodies. He penned the song, "Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming? Or the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that the flag was still there."
My master, such a brilliant scheme. So, when Sentinel left Cybertron, it was to defect.
He was meant to rendezvous with me here on Earth before fate waylaid us both. The only way to revive him, we needed Prime and his Matrix.
Excellent strategy. So he is now your partner, Master.
He is my greatest triumph.
So impressive.
Commencing transport. Stop! No, 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 Sentinel! Forgive me. Here we are. Fight us now. Why, Sentinel, why? For Cybertron, for our home. What war destroyed, we can rebuild, but only if we join with the Decepticons.
No, it's not the only way. This is our home. We must defend the humans.
So lost you are, Optimus. On Cybertron we were gods, and here they call us machines. Let the humans serve us, or perish. You're lucky I didn't kill you. In time, you'll see.
It's not over.
I know that you're afraid. You're afraid of us. You're afraid of change. I don't know the future. I didn't come here to tell you how this is going to end. I came here to tell you how it's going to begin. I'm going to hang up this phone, and then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see. Change. I don't know the future. I didn't come here to tell you how this is going to end. I came here to tell you how it's going to begin. I'm going to hang up this phone, and then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see.
My love said to me, meet me down by the gallows tree.
When are we going on the fucking satellite? God fucking damn it, man! What the fuck? Is there nobody fucking pure in this goddamn fucking world? See, now I'm fucking pissed right now. Syria fought Al-Qaeda, they fought ISIS, they fought it all. And now you got Mattis and fucking all these people shitting all over us.